What's going on, guys? Bruce Matson, your host of the show. No name here yet, but this is a place where we talk about football. Fantasy football, NFL draft, rookie drafts, Dynasty, Devy, all of it, and then some. And if that's something you like, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, give me a follow, do whatevs. Follow me on Twitter, Metric Scout, find my written content, dynastyleaguefootball.com. I'm everywhere. Just Google me, you'll find me. Right now, though, today, I'm talking about Dyami Brown, wide receiver from North Carolina. And this dude has his backers. He has an underground following. And after digging into the tape, doing some research, I can see why. Very sound football player, does a lot of good things. Just go off the bat right now. I like how he gets downfield. He stretches the field. He's very explosive. And he does a very good job of tracking the ball while it's in the air, making that catch. That's really going to help him once he gets to the NFL level. And he is a very cerebral route runner. And he's a little different than some guys. So he's very quick and smooth with his steps. And there's just different ways you can sell routes. Some guys can go not overboard, but they go out of their way to really sell it. And other guys are just quick and smooth. They sell it quick. And that quickness, combined with the long speed they have, makes it very dangerous. It allows them to be able to blow by other cornerbacks, defensive backs, whoever's really guarding them. This is how I kind of characterize Dyami Brown. As he's approaching the midline of the defender, all it takes is a couple choppy steps, a little quick head fake, and he's got to step on the guy. He's cushioned quick off the line of scrimmage. That's what makes him dangerous. That's why he doesn't really have to sell as much, but it does help. He's very good on the slant too. So defenders have that living rent-free in their head while they're defending him. So he starts chopping it up. Defenders looking at the quarterback. They hear the chops. They feel it, the vibration, and they stop. And then he just blows right by him. We see that a few times on film. Another thing is speed is very, very present after the catch. Catches the ball and he's gone. He's just solid. He's got an extra gear to burn when it comes to speed. That's what I like about him. He has 2 straight 1,000-yard seasons. In 2019, he has 12 touchdowns. This year, 8 touchdowns. Very solid prospect. 30.38% market share this year of the passing offense. In the year prior, he had 27.83%. And that gives him a breakout age of around 19 years old. So he hits that threshold. He has the prerequisites of being a fantasy football asset here in the near future. Usually you got to have a breakout age around 19 years old or lower. I do not like using absolutes with that metric. I usually just go 19 and lower. I'm interested. 19 and a half, I'm still interested. And I don't want to be stuck to absolutes because then that could cause me to miss prospects who are just right outside the threshold. Because at the end of the day, what's wrong with a couple months? Why would that hurt them? I get it. If you keep stretching out a couple months, then you're in the 20, 21 years old category, territory, or whatever you want to call it. But I want to keep things a little broader. I want to be objective. And that is the course of my actions when it comes to looking at these prospects. I want to be objective. I want to be able to brag them up. And then to my friends who like them, I want to turn heel and mess with them as well. So if you can talk about a player in the good and then turn around and slander their name and make them sound bad and know their negatives to that point, then I feel good about my ability to evaluate that prospect. So Brown does have some issues. Concentration drops have been there. He's dropped some easy catchable balls. There's been a couple games I've watched where he dropped like 2 or 3 in the same game. Now that lends another topic. Does drops really matter? It depends on the team, depends on where he's at. They don't have to matter. Not all. It doesn't matter for all players. Like DK Metcalf, he dropped a lot of passes, still productive. Deontay Johnson dropped a lot of passes, still kept getting targeted. Eventually, there's an end to the rope. But if you're a stud player, you're going to get your targets, even if you make some drops. Dyami Brown's a very good player. I don't know. I would not put him on DK Metcalf level, but I see where he can win at the next level, and that's going to lend himself to being productive in fantasy football. The speed, the ability to break down DBs with his footwork is going to help him out a lot. I like his price point in Dynasty most, and why he's going to be priced so good in rookie drafts is because we're going to have a couple quarterbacks, even in 1 QB leagues, that are going to go pretty high. We're looking at first-round caliber quarterbacks in rookie drafts. We're going to have some running backs pop up, and maybe a wide receiver or two that gets drafted higher than what we think. And I feel like Dyami Brown's going to be a value for where he's going to be at. We're talking at the high end, maybe mid to late first, and then low end, mid to high second. He's going to be somewhere in that range, which is very vague since it's like a round of a range. But until we get further into this process, that's where you got to gauge it. And you should be painting with broad strokes because we have very little information. We have the stats, we have the tape, and that's it. We don't have the news of what the teams are looking at. We don't have analysis from any of the big scouts or anything like that. Once we get closer to April, we'll get more information of if teams are starting to look at these guys in the first round. You'll start hearing that buzz, kind of like Jalen Reagor last year. Rashad Perriman during those days, long time ago. But that happens. And he could sneak up there. A good combine, he's got a rocket ship on his back because he has 2,000-yard seasons, played for a Power 5 school, has good tape, wins with speed, can stretch the field, and win with route running. He is maybe like a discount Devonta Smith because you can get him cheaper, and they win in similar ways. They're not comparable, but he's also thicker. So that's something to look at. So he's cheaper, and he has the potential to produce high-end wide receiver 2 results at the NFL level, low-end wide receiver 1, or even better. He's not bust-proof, but he has a sound profile when you look at him from the metric standpoint. His athletic metrics are going to be pretty good when he comes out of the combine because you can see him burn defenses. And his production profile these last couple of years have been good. The tape checks out. Everything checks out, really, for Dyami Brown. He's got a good following, too. If you're in a league where he's got a couple backers and you're looking at him in the mid, late, early second round, first round, and early second round, or wherever he's going to at during that time of your draft, you may want to pick him up just because you know you're going to be able to sell him if the wheels look like they're going to start falling off. It's always one thing you want to look at these prospects is gauge out where their value could be at 18 months from now, a year and a half, because they're going to hold value throughout that first year. They're going to be their owner's going to hold value, or their fantasy manager is going to hold the same value to him that first year too. He's at age 20. He's younger. His value is age insulated. He's going to hold top 100 startup value easily throughout that first year of his career, no matter what he does. He can barely play. He'll still hold it. We're seeing this with young guys like Jalen Reagor right now. He could have a Jalen Reagor season and have that type of value in Dynasty. That is very, very, very likely. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good get. He has my stamp of approval. He does a lot of good things. I can see where he can see the next level. Not going to hinder on his red flags. Not right now. It's January. Look at how he can win on the field. Look how that can transition, and then see where he fits when he gets drafted. Thank you guys for watching the show. It's been a pleasure. I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to hit subscribe on the way out.